What if a prophecy written over 500 years ago wasn't about the fall of empires but about the rise of a few people in the year 2026? What if Nostradamus wasn't just warning the world about chaos but also quietly hinting at a powerful change? A moment when hidden potential would finally be unleashed. As the year approaches, strange patterns are emerging in astrology, economics, and the world's power structures. Some believe these signals align with a long-forgotten interpretation of his writings. And according to this new reading, 3 zodiac signs may be on the verge of a life-changing transformation. Could you be one of them? For centuries, Nostradamus has remained one of the most enigmatic and mysterious figures in human history. His profound and thought-provoking quatrains have been linked to wars, revolutions, economic collapses, and unexpected changes around the world. But what many often overlook is that he rarely spoke directly. His writings are full of symbolism, have varying degrees of meaning, and are often not immediately understood. Some scholars believe that his prophecies are not only about world events but also about cycles, periods of destruction followed by rebirth, endings that open up powerful new beginnings. As the year 2026 approaches, astrologers and modern interpreters are re-examining his words. They have seen patterns connected to planetary alignments, changes in financial structures, and leadership transitions. According to this new interpretation, the year 2026 could be a significant turning point not only on a global scale but also in the personal lives of some. For 3 specific zodiac signs, this year could symbolize ascension, opportunity, and long-awaited breakthrough. But the prophecy only presents a possibility, not a certainty. The question now is who will know the moment when it arrives? Reinterpreting the prophecy. In one of his lesser-known quatrains, Nostradamus wrote of a time when the hidden would rise while the old structures would be repaired. For centuries, this line was believed to refer to political revolutions or the collapse of powerful empires. But now, modern interpreters see a deeper meaning in those words. The phrase hidden may not refer to governments. It may symbolize individuals who are overlooked, underestimated, or quietly preparing behind the scenes. As the 2nd and 26th approach, it is clear that world systems are changing. Economic models are evolving. Leadership structures are changing. Entire industries are changing due to technology and innovation. From an astrological perspective, the 2nd and 26th represent a cycle of restructuring and redistribution of power. Saturn's influence emphasizes discipline and long-term rewards. As Jupiter moves, it suggests expansion and opportunities for those who have endured delays. When the predictions and planetary movements align, it often signals a rare window of opportunity. According to this new reading, the 2nd and 26th will not reward carelessness or carelessness. It will reward preparation. It will reward perseverance. And for 3 specific zodiac signs, that person's energy can open doors that have long been closed forever. Zodiac sign #1. Taurus. The quiet builder will rise. For years, Taurus has borne the brunt of patience. While others rush to chase quick success, Taurus chooses stability, caution, and long-term security. There are times when it seems unfair. Opportunities always seem to be delayed. Progress at work is slow. Investments take longer to grow than expected. And sometimes there is a whisper of doubt that asks if all the discipline and sacrifice is worth it. But according to this new interpretation of Nostradamus symbolism, 2 and 26 represent a cycle of rewards for those who endure the slow stages of life without giving up. Although Taurus is ruled by Venus, beneath its calm exterior lies a strong and unwavering determination. The hidden power mentioned in the prophecy is strongly connected to the energy of Taurus, stable, grounded in reality, and not easily shaken by temporary storms. From an astrological perspective, 2026 activate the financial and asset growth sectors for Taurus. This does not mean sudden wealth like winning the lottery. Instead, it indicates a strategic lift, an increase in property values, business expansion, long-awaited recognition, or leadership positions that will bring a more stable income. The doors that will open for Taurus may seem practical at first, but the long-term impact can be transformative. However, there is also a warning embedded in this upheaval. Sometimes Taurus is hesitant to change because of the reluctance to stay in a comfortable routine. If the 2nd, and 26th bring an unfamiliar opportunity such as a move, a new partnership, or a calculated risk, hesitation can slow down momentum. The prediction suggests action. It suggests breaking out of the usual routine. For Taurus, the 2nd and the 26th of may not feel dramatic at first. But by the end of the year, many may look back and realize that this is when everything began to rise. Quietly, gradually, but powerfully. Zodiac sign #. 2. Scorpio, Phoenix enters a cycle of power. Scorpio has never been afraid of change. In fact, no other zodiac sign understands endings and rebirths better than Scorpio. In the past few years, many Scorpios have gone through intense internal and external changes. Relationships have changed, careers have taken a different turn, trust has been tested. Some have experienced severe financial pressures that have forced them to start over from scratch. But what seems like destruction may actually be preparation. Nostradamus often used fire as a symbol of purification, not punishment. When he wrote about the cycle in which ashes give birth to coronas, modern interpreters believe that it closely matches the energy of Scorpio. Phoenix is not afraid of fire. It rises because of fire. From an astrological perspective, 2026 activates Scorpio's sector of influence, leadership, and hidden wealth. This indicates the approach of opportunities that previously seemed closed. There may be investments that suddenly bear fruit. A business idea that once failed may have a new lease on life. Strategic partnerships can emerge through powerful connections. Unlike Taurus, whose rise is gradual and quiet, Scorpio's rise can be intense and rapid. But power requires control. Scorpio's greatest strength can also be its weakness, the intensity of emotions. If emotion prevails over logic on the 2nd and 26th, hasty decisions can disrupt the cycle of rise. The prediction suggests restraint and mastery rather than reaction. For Scorpio, the 2nd and is no longer about simply surviving but about asserting power in selected aspects of life. Financial leverage, authority, influence. These are the themes that surround this sign's potential rise. What you once thought was a loss may turn out to be just a deviation in a more positive direction. The question for Scorpio is not whether the opportunity will come. The real question is whether they will trust their more empowered and evolved selves to claim it. Zodiac sign H. Leo. The crown will return to its rightful throne. Leo has long carried the energy of being the center of attention. The sun rules leadership, recognition, and influence in this sign. But in recent years, many Leos have felt their light dim. It seems like their abilities are not fully recognized. There are efforts that have not been given attention, talents that have not been appreciated. Some have even questioned their own confidence after experiencing repeated setbacks or silent competition. However, Nostradamus often used the symbol of the lion to represent the return of authority after a period of silence. In one interpretation, he described a time when the shining being will reclaim the throne as the heavens realign. Modern astrologers see 2 and 26 as years of solar empowerment, a cycle in which the momentum of Leo energy will return. Astrologically, the 2nd and 26 activate Leo's public image, career advancement, and reputation sector. This can manifest as promotion, public recognition, creative success, or expansion into leadership positions. Unlike Taurus, which focuses on financial foundation, or Scorpio, which focuses on strategic power, Leo's rise is overt and visible. It is about status, influence, recognition, and respect. But being overt comes with scrutiny from others. Ego and humility need to be balanced. If Leo allows arrogance to prevail over collaboration, momentum may slow. The prediction indicates a comeback, but a true comeback requires maturation and maturity. For Leo, the 2nd and 26 can feel like stepping back on stage after a long wait. The applause may not come immediately, but the stage will open. And when it does, Leo must be prepared not only to shine but to lead responsibly. Corona may return. But it is only for Leo, who has become wiser and more resilient while he has been waiting. Warning: prediction is possibility, not permission. Here is the part that many often miss when they hear about destiny and ascension. Nostradamus never described success as something that will happen automatically. His writings often have a dual meaning: opportunity and reward. A door may open, but entering it requires courage. Alignment is not action. The right timing is not immediate change. Potential is not immediate profit or success. The 26th and 26th can create powerful momentum for Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. But doubt, fear, or complacency can slow down the acceleration of their ascension. Cosmic cycles are constantly moving, whether we are ready or not. Energy does not stop just because of doubt. If these signs neglect preparation, the window of opportunity can shrink. Growth requires responsibility. Power requires discipline, and ascension requires readiness. The prophecy indicates ascension, but only for those who are ready to act when the time is right. Conclusion: the person who will change direction. As the 2nd and 26th approach, The world will continue to change in ways seen and unseen. There will be a realignment of systems. Leadership will shift. New financial patterns will emerge. But within these global changes lies a more personal opportunity, a chance for individual ascension. For Taurus, this may be the reward for long suffering that will finally bear fruit. For Scorpio, this may be the change that will turn past trials into audacity and power. For Leo, it may be the return of recognition and influence. 3 different journeys. 1 powerful year. But remember, the prophecy shows possibility, not certainty. The stars may align, but preparation will determine the outcome. If your zodiac sign is mentioned, take it as a signal to sharpen your skills, organize your plans and solidify your mind today, not tomorrow. And if your sign is not mentioned, don't lose focus. Every cycle has its moment. The real question is, will the 2B and 26 bring me an opportunity? The real question is, will you be ready when it comes? Finally, fate favors the prepared. There is an important lesson that history has shown. Big turning points rarely seem dramatic at first. They start quietly, a conversation, an idea, an unexpected message, a decision that seems small at the time. But eventually everything changes. If the 2 and 26 truly represent a cycle of upliftment, it will not come with fireworks and grand announcements. It will come with responsibility. Taurus may be asked to take on greater financial obligations. Scorpio may be called upon to lead rather than remain an observer. Leo can be challenged to use its influence not only to inspire but to enforce direction. Growth is rarely comfortable and destiny often tests before rewarding. Nostradamus wrote in symbols because life itself unfolds in symbols. The elevation he suggests may not be just about money or status. It may be about embracing a version of yourself that sometimes seems out of reach. So as you approach the 2 and 26, don't sit idly by. Study, prepare, strengthen your discipline, maintain your focus. For when cycles change, the prepared advance and the hesitant stay where they are. The year 2000 and the 26th of May not change everyone's life. But for some it can change everything.